Los Angeles is preparing for the world stage. With the 2026 World Cup and the 2028 Olympic sailing events approaching, billions of dollars are flowing into the port of LA to handle millions of containers and a massive influx of tourists. A major piece of that investment is West Harbor, a $150 million, 42-acre redevelopment project that is currently replacing the historic Ports of Call Village with high-end dining and a 6,200-seat amphitheater. For the people of San Pedro, this construction brings a wave of anxiety. Locals watch as their quirky, nautical neighborhood is dismantled, concerned that the town's gritty, working-class culture is being replaced by sterile steel and glass structures. As the cranes swing and the new waterfront takes shape, the community faces a difficult choice. San Pedro is attempting to modernize its economy while desperately holding on to the identity that makes it unique. Just a few blocks away from the port's massive infrastructure, a different kind of revitalization is happening. It centers on a quiet, heavily water-damaged brick building from 1922, sitting at 363 West 6th Street. When Jennifer Wolfe and her partner Edwin first walked inside, the roof was leaking in 17 places. But Jennifer has spent her life as a therapist. Where others saw a collapsing structure, she saw a patient in need of care. They purchased the forgotten department store to resurrect it as a community hub called the Donn Allan Experience, keeping the scars of the original brick exposed rather than hiding them behind drywall. While the port scales up with massive cranes and billion-dollar contracts, Jennifer and Edwin are cleaning 1922 brickwork by hand, restoring a single address to house a local community hub. Jennifer approached the property the way she would a clinical intake. She examined the peeling paint, the stripped timber, and the deep rot from decades of Los Angeles rainstorms, treating the building as a living entity with a history that had simply been neglected. The building was born in 1922 as a bustling JCPenney. It outfitted local families in their Sunday best until 1948, when a fierce labor strike forced the department store to close its doors. Beneath the retail floor, the basement held its own secrets. During Prohibition, a trapdoor hidden under 6 inches of concrete served as a stash house for smuggled contraband, echoing with late-night whispers. Decades later, that same basement was stuffed with rows of windowless call center cubicles. By the 2000s, it became a dance studio until the 2020 pandemic hit. The music stopped, the world shut down, and the building was entirely abandoned. Every floorboard and brick holds the memory of San Pedro's economic booms and painful busts. The structure is a physical ledger of the town's past, waiting for someone willing to listen to its story instead of paving over it. But listening to that history came at a steep price. Demolition revealed electrical wiring from 1950, 17 separate roof leaks, and fire sprinklers that previous tenants had painted over until they were sealed shut. The renovation budget exploded. Sitting in the dust of the debris, Jennifer and Edwin nearly reached their breaking point and were ready to sell the property. Then their young son Nathan rode his scooter across the exposed floor and told his mother he was fixing it too. With their son's small hands literally on the bricks, Jennifer and Edwin leaned into the philosophy of her late parents. They modeled the project after Donna's deep empathy and Allan's clinical optimism. Down in the basement, they began constructing Voxel Micro Video Labs. The name comes directly from Allan's past. Decades ago, he launched an ambitious attempt at medical imaging technology called Voxel. The business failed, but Allan believed failure was just a rough draft of success. By dusting off a failed family venture and refusing to cover up the building's water-damaged walls with drywall, Jennifer and Edwin are translating their own personal resilience into a public sanctuary. Both the massive corporate development at West Harbor and the grassroots revival of 363 West 6th Street are racing toward grand openings in the summer of 2026. After 18 years together and a global pandemic, Jennifer and Edwin will celebrate the grand opening of 363 West 6th by exchanging their wedding vows in the center of the main floor. They chose to bypass rented hotel ballrooms and build their own altar. The years of sweating, bleeding, and fighting to restore the structure became the actual execution of their vows to one another. The mortar and the exposed timber of this old department store stand as a physical testament to a partnership. They have constructed a relationship and a space strong enough to hold up against the harshest elements. Woven into the architecture is a secret gift. Instead of corporate labels like Studio A, every video podcast room is named after their nieces, nephews, and even their cats, ensuring their family retains a permanent footprint in the town. Nathan will grow up seeing his parents' work as a physical part of the neighborhood, a legacy of creation and community he can actually touch. And that legacy extends directly to San Pedro's artists. Voxel Micro Video Labs provides the locals with a world-class platform built specifically to catch their stories and broadcast the neighborhood's authentic voice around the globe. True urban revitalization doesn't erase a city's gritty past, it honors the survival. It builds a stage right on top of the scars, ensuring that the next generation finally has a place to be heard.